up on. It's probably really windy and I apologize. We are okay. I know I've gotten a lot of messages via email and such, just you guys checking in, making sure we're okay. But I'm also checking in to see if you guys probably don't even have power, those of you guys in Florida. I am outside trying to get any of the Wi-Fi stuff that I can to jump in here and just kind of check in. So as many of you guys know, we are out in Tampa, and I'll try to make this brief. I mean, if you guys have any questions, you can. We are not currently at our house. We're about 15 minutes away because we did have to evacuate. And if you guys followed my reels, we had to evacuate, and so we're at a friend's house right now. This is what I'm stepping. I wonder if I could flip the phone around so you can. I'm currently stepping over branches right now. But we are at a friend's house right now, trying to just wait because we cannot drive into our neighborhood yet. I have some neighbors checking in with me, and it looks as if the streets are flooded only. A few people got some water in their garages, but I think that's going to be the extent of our home. But I will admit Tampa's pretty destroyed right now. And I'm seeing pictures coming in, and a lot of my friends are losing homes and stuff like that. And how are you guys if you're in Tampa? I see a couple of you on here. If you're in Tampa, St. Pete, let me know how you guys are doing. I am praying really hard how we can kind of make this like, oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, that storm was brutal last night. We stayed up till 2 a.m. and watched it, and it was definitely powerful. It was a Cat 3 where we are. And I mean, like, turning the phone around, and this is higher ground where the winds were definitely a little bit, because it hit the shoreline, and so the winds definitely were a lot calmer here than they were close to the shoreline, St. Pete area. St. Pete was kind of a buffer for us. It did make landfall, from what I understand, by Siesta Key. And that's a little bit south of here. We weren't very far from the eye, I will be honest, when I was watching the map. So I think the eye actually passed over, from what I understand, in between Sarasota and Tampa. But we were on the north side of the hurricane, which means we got more wind, less storm surge, which I think that's what saved my house. Hopefully, Fort Myers and all those places down south, the storm surge, anything north of a hurricane gets a nasty storm surge. Anything south of a hurricane will get a lot of wind. This is not my first rodeo, but this has been the worst. So I'm a second generation Floridian, and specifically Tampa. So this is my home and community. And it's, I don't know if you guys can hear me. It is windy. I will say the day is absolutely the one positive silver lining. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, we got some clouds, but it actually feels like fall. Maybe you guys can appreciate my shirt. There's a hurricane on it. I know I follow this guy on social media, and it says, can't talk right now, I'm Floridian, which I definitely did Florida today. But yeah, the destruction is a real deal. I don't know how the reception is, but I'm not getting any comments. So I guess that you're just kind of coming in and checking in. I did not do a long form video this week because of, a hurricane coming through. So I will have one up, actually the one that I was going to do yesterday or post yesterday, I moved to next week. So you'll get a video from me on Wednesday. See, here I am, like, all worried about, I'm stepping over branches. Oy. I'm all worried about getting you guys content. But, I don't know, it's definitely interesting. Give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. So other people can kind of, here, I'll just flip. I feel like you don't want to see me. You want to see this. You want to see things like this. Yeah, I will say we did stay, it's not that bad here. Like, this is mild compared to what I'm seeing from my friends, pictures that are coming in from my friends. This is nothing. Like, I'm not even joking. This is nothing. Like, my neighbor sent me pictures of my neighborhood, and like the streets are like 3 feet deep in water. And yeah, that's why I said I might have some damage in the garage, but that's about it. It feels like when we're cleaning house, we're gonna have to throw away some stuff maybe. If it got into my house, we're definitely gonna have to throw away some stuff. But, boy, here comes the tree guy. Come in to help us with trees, I guess. It's a bobcat. No. But, yeah, it's... So, good morning. I don't know yet, because we evacuated. Yeah, our streets are flooded. I'm out near Progress Village. Yeah, so I'm 2.6 miles from the shoreline. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? It was a storm. So, anyway, now you guys know where I live. But, yeah, boy, look at this. Yeah, I have a lot of friends in South Tampa. If you're not familiar, oh, it's windy. South Tampa is, if you look at the map of Florida, if you're not familiar, St. Pete, and then South Tampa, there's like this little, it's where MacDill Air Force Base is, and I'm almost certain they're completely underwater. I know my friend during Hurricane Helene, well, I have several friends that lost everything, but one in particular that comes to mind, it was the second time her house went underwater with a hurricane, and it was, I think, 4 to 6 feet during Hurricane Helene. This one probably just wiped the house out. I have no doubt in my mind. She's literally having to, probably, I wouldn't be surprised if she just sells the property, but things are going from, it's South Tampa. People like South Tampa. They can build up the land and be fine during a storm. But in South Tampa is beautiful, actually. So, yeah, there's a lot going on down here. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Glad we're okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be honest, like, I know a lot of people, and that's great. We appreciate every single prayer that comes our way. Woo, that's wind. We do, for real. But I will say this, the one thing about this area, Florida, Tampa area, is very, very large. And there's definitely some places in Tampa that are higher ground, that is safe. And when they tell, so the way they worked it is, because everyone's like, get out, get out, get out. And I'm like, we can go to higher ground, inland, and we'll be fine, because our houses are actually built for hurricanes. We have cinder block walls, we have hurricane straps, the roofs have to be up to code, hurricane standards. Even we have solar panels, even our solar panels have to be hurricane code. And so our houses are, and we have shutters that people put up, because not everybody do, like our house, we have shutters that came with it, but everything is up to code. Everything is up to code here, and the houses are safe. So, but when you go inland, you're gonna feel the brunt of this. The wind is scary, and there is damage. But if you're inside of a house that it has all these hurricane codes, you're gonna be fine. The damage is gonna be on the outside, and we're safe. Like, it's safe. So, but the reason we didn't stay in our house was because we were evacuation zone B. So A and B had mandatory evacuation, and both of those areas are under like hurricane, it's evacuation zone. It's not a flood zone. Flood zones are different. Flood zones mean you can get flood any time of the year, but we're hurricane, flood, storm surge kind of zone. And we had to leave, obviously, since all my streets are underwater anyway. But when we came over to this area, it's about 15 minutes east of where we live. So we're inland, and we're higher ground. So this area is not a flood zone. And that's why just being inside our house, the storm outside, I mean, we were literally watching it take down fences from our windows. They didn't cover their windows here. They had the way that their house is built, they had a place where, like, I mean, they have very small windows, but it's a new build too, where we stayed. And the one place where we were watching through the window was very safe because of the way that the wind was blowing in the opposite direction. And there was like a little I don't know how to explain it. It was like a little in cove or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But the wind wasn't coming in there. And so we sat and just watched the wind. I mean, we watched the wind take it down, take down a fence. We were up till 2 a.m. last night just watching the storm. Oh, look, there's a flag. The American flag, the kids. I will be honest, before the storm got really bad, my kids went outside and ran in the rain a little bit. There was no thunder and lightning during the actual like beginning stage of the storm. And it was, I mean, it was a lot of rain. So, but during the brunt of the storm, we were definitely inside hunkering down. And wow, I got a big number. There's a bunch of you guys on here. But we were definitely in the brunt of the storm and just hunkering down. I'm going to turn this around. You don't want to see me. You want to see this. All the neighbors are out here just... I might put some footage up of my neighborhood if you guys want to, I don't know, or you could just like go on Facebook and look up Tampa. You're going to hear about it. The biggest thing that happened that was probably all over the news, the Tropicana Field, which is our baseball stadium, which is where, from what I understand, Tico was. So Tico is our electric company in the state of Florida, and all of the trucks and stuff, the people were kind of waiting for the storm to pass so Tico could go out and, you know, take care of power. So, oh wait, that guy's backing up. Yeah, so apparently all the people were in the Tropicana Field, and the roof is coming off of Tropicana Field, which is absolutely crazy because, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I don't even know. It was pretty bad. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Yeah, it was a storm. I can say I survived a Category 3 storm now. It did. It was tough. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it's bad. The storm itself was like, whoa, I can't believe it can blow that hard. And that was pretty much, I need to probably check on my mother-in-law. My dad escaped to California, but on accident, he had a planned vacation, and it just so happened to fall during this time. So, it's just kind of, yeah. I'm sure for Florida high school students that need Bright Future Scholarship volunteer hours, I'm sure there's going to be plenty now. Oh, I say that like laughing, but I say that it's the Florida sense of humor. What else do we do, you know? Anyway, how are you guys? I don't see anybody commenting on here. I guess there's really not much to talk about if you guys don't have any comments. Like, how are you guys? Are you... No. Okay. Well, I'm going to head back to the house. I'm going to try to. My husband has to go to work today. He is a paramedic, and he is going to be transporting people and checking on the elderly and doing all the things that paramedics do. North Carolina, Lee County, you had wind. Yeah, North Carolina. They got hit with Hurricane Helene. I'm hearing rumors, and I don't know how to verify it yet, but there's something else brewing in the Atlantic. 2004, we got hit by 4 hurricanes back to back. Florida did. And so it's, like I said, not our first rodeo, but this one's pretty bad. Part of me wants to move. Not out of Florida. I love Florida. I am probably born and raised Floridian. I will never leave this place. But I will think about moving inland to like this area because they did really good here. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad you guys are okay. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to cook all the food because we have no power at our house. And once the waters recede, I know our friends would probably don't mind us staying a little bit longer, but I know that they've got cleanup to do. And thank God they're not homeschooled, actually. They have public school, and she's actually a school teacher. I don't have to They don't have to go back to school is what I'm saying. Well, I'm getting lots of messages. All right, so I'm gonna go check on my in-laws, which I think they're probably safe. They have a really have a really nice house, and they're probably fine. So, all right, I'm gonna sign out. Yeah, I can see where to sign out. All right, take care, guys, and stay safe.